violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, cyberspace? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
Sucretta Tolliver is being remembered tonight as a beloved mother of four, a former nurse, and a businesswoman who ran this boutique in Chicago's Brighton Park.
Life is precious, you know, and you don't know that until you're robbed of it.
Mariah Price says her mom traveled to the Dominican Republic for a cosmetic procedure performed on December 12th and would die 2 days later at a recovery house.
Dude, these women are absolutely insane. They keep seeing other women die on the operating table over and over and over again. And they go, with that information, they go straight and buy a plane ticket and go to the DR and make the same mistakes that these other women are making who have passed away. From my understanding, it's like a 1 in 4 chance of, dying from this operation. And they keep calling men insecure. Who's more insecure? The woman who is mutilating her body, taking life and death chances in order to have a bigger hiney, or a man who, hey, stuck with what I got. It is what it is. It's really insane. It's so crazy. We live in a fascinating world. This chick went from Chicago to the DR and lost her life over a surgery. I mean, why didn't she just get on Dr. Miami's waiting list? It's that simple. Just wait. Pay the 25 bands instead of the 5. Get it done right. Get it done the right way, because you're going to make that back, right? And see, this is what she was going to do. This is the playbook. She was a nurse. She was a boutique owner. And I'm telling you right now, the clothing industry, unless you get really lucky, it's super hard to get into, because you're going to be sitting on inventory. You got overhead, keeping your boutique in some type of rental office space. You got the super gremlins coming in and robbing the boutiques, like I showed you guys videos of months ago in New Orleans. So it's a really tough business to stay in, and you have to pay your employees, and you've got to pay multiple employees, and then you've got to pay the overhead rent. Meanwhile, your clothes are just sitting on the rack and they're not selling. So that's coming out of your pocket. Everything's coming out of your pocket, unless you get a lucky break on Instagram where, I don't know, Rihanna is wearing your shirt and they tag you in it or something. That's the only way that you're going to really go up in the fashion industry. I'm just telling you right now. I mean, and I'm not saying you can't work hard and be successful. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is it takes a lot of connections for people to be in and out of your stores, like coming in the door, coming out the door every single day, and you're selling product and profiting. It takes a lot, okay? It takes a lot. I would say that's more difficult than the restaurant business. The only thing about the restaurant business is the food spoils. So, but you can get people in the doors if you charge, if you keep the prices reasonable. You can get people in the doors of the restaurant if the food's good enough. But yeah, I mean, these women are just super vain. She's a grown woman with kids. What are you teaching your daughters? What are you teaching your daughters that, you can just get surgery and look better and all this? I mean, it's absolutely disgusting. And she went and learned the ultimate lesson of playing with her life, and it's a sad situation, but at the end of the day, it's like, do I really feel bad for her? No, because what she was gonna do after she came back with that BBL is sell lust to men online, on Instagram, on TikTok, and what she was gonna do with that was basically influence men to start fapping to her, beating off, masturbating to her content. And I don't think that that's right. Okay. It is what it is. She's out here doing it. And that was literally her plan. I'm telling you that right now.
I got on the phone with her that night, the night before she passed. She just sounded like she was in so much pain. She was like, I wouldn't wish this on nobody. It hurt. It hurt so bad.
Price felt so helpless not being able to care for her mom, who was thousands of miles away from home.
And see, they go there by themselves because they're broke and they can't afford a plane ticket for their family members to watch over them. You threw away this girl house, right? Had a house full of young daughters who are looking up to you. And guess what? If she would have came back successful, she would have sent her daughters when they were of age to go. And they would have been on TikTok and showing their hiney and, whatever. This is what they were going to do. And tempting men to lust after their videos and their pictures. That is their game plan, bruh. That's the game plan. And it's just like, threw it all away. You should have just waited, saved your money, and paid for it the right way. Pay for that Dr. Miami, okay? Get on the waiting list. Yeah, I know you're going to be waiting a year, but patience is a virtue, okay? And then you probably would have went over there. He would have told you, ma'am, you're too old for this surgery. This surgery could actually take your life. So I'm not going to do the operation because you're too old and you have pre-existing conditions. See, but these women don't think about that. They just think they're super healthy and da-da-da-da, when we know y'all ain't really eating healthy like that.
Her uncle now fighting to get answers as to what went wrong.
The unofficial death certificate does say internal bleeding. They did their reports in Dominican. When she get back home, we're gonna do our reports.
Tolliver's family now calling on authorities, including the FBI.
And look, for one, you didn't have enough fat to do that surgery. And that's probably why she didn't get in America, because she go to an American surgery and they're like, yeah, gain like 30 pounds and then come back to me and talk to me. She doesn't have enough fat to do that surgery. Look at her arms. They're super small. There's not enough there. Oh my God, these women. What do? They're going to call you, oh, you're insecure. Why are you talking down on a woman? Dude, oh, my God. I told you what she was planning to do. And if you think that's okay, it's on you.
FBI to investigate her death and the doctor who performed the cosmetic procedure.
I'm going to be...
First of all, the doctor is insulated. It's over. And if the DR is going to try and hold him liable. I mean, that's why you got medical insurance, right? So if the DR is going to try and hold him liable, then he will be out the door. Out the door.
Standing strong on justice for my sister.
NBC5 made numerous attempts to reach the doctor by phone, email, and social media, but we haven't heard back. Family says they have hired an attorney and are now working with the U.S. Embassy in the Dominican Republic to bring her body back.
And hey, good luck, okay? These doctors who are performing these surgeries without doing the proper precautions and going through it the right way, they should be held accountable. But at the same time, she faced accountability on that operating table on why this is a bad idea. Look, man, if you're too broke to get a BBL, 25 bands in America, then just say that. Stop trying to go to the DR. She probably spent $3,500, $5,000. You know you're not going to get a good job. You know you're not going to get a good job done. These chicks are cheap. They're vain. And then they will ish on men. She's probably ishing on her baby daddy, even though she had, 4 kids. It's just like, dude, it's crazy, bro. It is insane.
The only way that I feel like I can have any type of fight back.
Feel bad for her daughters. Like I said, what are you teaching your daughters?
What happened to her is for it not to happen to anybody else.
Now, we also reached out to the FBI in Chicago for a comment, a spokesperson telling me they couldn't say whether an investigation has been launched against this specific doctor. Reporting live from the Control Center, V1 NBC5 News.
It's a heartbreaking story, V. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Yo, what's good, BGZM News 17 family? I'm at the corner of Jesse Jackson and Marcus Garvey, and I got some bad news for you. As you can see, I lost my job. I'm out here living in cardboard boxes, outside of boarded up vacant homes. YouTube said, I'm done getting money out here in these streets. They even took my funky ass suit. So anything right now would help. So go ahead and hit that Cash App, hit that PayPal, hit that GoFundMe. Hell, cop the merch. Or if you want to make the long-term commitment to the Jinquavius Jackson Fund, join the Patreon so that I can continue to put out top-notch content each and every day. Also, check out the Rumble, where there is absolutely no censorship. Link in the description box below.
Hey, yo, ain't that nigga Jinquavius? Yo, I recognize.
No, that's not me no more.
Hey, yo, run your pop.
Y'all get me with this shit.
Do the opposite of Antonio Brown and take
What
all your
more do you want from me?
All right, guys. So I want to get into this article on the Daily Mail. That is the only video, news video that I could find on it to react to. But I did want to get into the article on the Daily Mail. So let's get into it. Chicago mother of 4 passes away from internal bleeding while recovering from plastic surgery in the Dominican Republic. Family is calling on federal agencies to investigate her death. Sucretta Tolliver died in the Dominican Republic while recovering from surgery. Tolliver, a mother of 4, traveled from Chicago to have the operation. A death certificate indicated that her death was caused by internal bleeding. Her family has hired an attorney and has been in contact with U.S. authorities. A Chicago woman died after undergoing plastic surgery in the Dominican Republic earlier this month, and now her family is calling on the United States government to help investigate the death. Sucretta Tolliver traveled down to the Caribbean country and underwent an operation on December 12th. Her daughter, Mariah Price, told NBC5. The mother of 4 passed away at a recovery home 2 days after the surgery. Dang. So 48 hours after. And look, you could have worked for it in the gym. You could have dieted. You don't have enough fat on your body to throw into your booty. I mean, I swear these chicks are like mentally ill or something, or they're just straight retarded. I don't know. Price spoke on several occasions with her mother and recalled that she was encountering issues in the early stages of her recovery. I got on the phone with her that night, the night before she passed, and she just sounded like she was in so much pain. Price said the grieving daughter said that Tolliver told her, "I wouldn't wish this on anybody. It hurts so bad." Real bad. Okay. That hurt real bad. And I'm sure her daughters are hurt as well. Okay. But she made a selfish decision through her vanity to get this operation. Like I said before, what is this teaching your daughters? What is this teaching your daughters? These single mothers are down bad, y'all, and they're resorting to intercourse work to pay their bills. Yes, sir, they are. Yes, sir, they are. A death certificate obtained by the family indicated that Tolliver's death was caused by internal bleeding. They did their report in the Dominican, but when she gets back home, we're going to do our own reports and then we'll sort it out, said Sucretta Tolliver's brother, William Tolliver. You're not finna do anything, bro. For one, I don't know if bruh's in law enforcement or not, but you're pretty much powerless. You can do your own report, okay? Pay for the an autopsy in the States, but by then, you don't know what they done did to the body. The family has been in contact with the U.S. Embassy in Santo Domingo to repatriate Sucretta's remains to Chicago. They have also been in contact with the FBI and U.S. Department of State in order to fully investigate the businesswoman's procedure and the doctor who operated on her. So they're not dropping that name yet. The only way that I feel like I can have any type of fight back towards what happened to her is for it not to happen to anybody else, William Tolliver said. So what I will say to you guys is that the doctors who are performing these surgeries, they're not being held accountable, and they're still doing surgeries to this day. We've reported on these types of situations at least 3 or 4 times on my channel throughout its full duration, and it's the same story every single time. Same story every single time. I wish William Tolliver, her brother, would have said, hey, Sucretta, look, honey, baby girl, sister, you're beautiful as you are. You are thin. You are in shape. All you need to do, if you want a bigger behind, go to the gym. It looks like bro was kind of buff too. So it looks like he got some size on him. Go to the gym, baby. And I'm telling you right now, you too can get that body. What she should have done is gone to my Reclaim Your Throne channel and bought the Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course. And maybe she could, you know, work those glutes in order to enlarge them, okay? Because all it is tearing your muscles and inflaming them. It's really simple. Pick up heavy stuff and put it down, and you will get the body that you want. Oh, man. What a waste. What a waste, man. What a waste. Chicago businesswoman. Strong and independent, but now you need to get into intercourse work in order to pay your bills. You can't make this stuff up, guys. Their mother's death took place almost 7 months after a New York City Department of Corrections captain died of a stroke after undergoing a Brazilian butt lift, also in the Dominican Republic. I told you guys about that one as well. Tandra Bowser Williams had the surgery on May 13th with Dr. Hector Cabral. I've done a story on Hector Cabral. Go back and look it up, guys. Who was indicted by the state of New York for operating without a license, fraud, and conspiracy. Okay? So he was indicted, but did he ever get arrested? I don't think so. Bowser Williams' husband, because they can't just, the New York authorities ain't just gonna pull up in the DR and if he comes to the States, but he's already been in trouble in the States because he was doing these unsanctioned operations, and he ended up getting sent back to his country. He got his visa revoked, but they didn't really do much to him. I think they hit him with some fines or something, but I mean, they didn't put him in jail for the rest of his life. He was able to get out and do this. So, you know, these guys are not being held accountable. The U.S. really has no jurisdiction in these countries. They might have embassies, but at the end of the day, it's pay to play. So if you want to know who did the surgery and who operated, you're going to have to go in there like dude from Taken, Daniel Craig, and you're going to have to go in there and you're going to have to take some. You're going to have to put matters that it's going to have to be vigilante justice. That's the only way you're going to get it, because the U.S., they're going to wash their hands with it. Look, we ain't trying to mess up tourism. We indicted them. That's all we can do. We can't send agents and they pick him up or anything like that. If he comes into, you know, an ally's country, then maybe we can do something. But, or if he, you know, steps foot on American soil, maybe we can do something. But he is a plastic surgeon. He can, you know, maybe he can change the way his face looks too. So you never know. But anyways, Bowers Williams' husband, Curtis Williams, told the New York Daily News that she was operated at the Centro Internacional de Cirugía Plastic Avanzada in Santo Domingo and was kept in observation at the United Hearts Clinic where she died. So that's the story. Let's look at some of these comments because these are very interesting. Being utterly vain comes with a price, especially when you cheap out and go to a cheaper country to get the work done. Absolutely, that's what I said. Shout out to bro. Dave says, what can the U.S. do about it? She chose to go to a place outside the U.S. oversight. That was probably why it cost less. Yep. Going to the gym regularly would have been much cheaper still and far less deadly. It just requires you do some work yourself. I told you guys these women are super lazy. You're so vain, you probably think this comment's about you. So I guess they're going back and forth. Businesswomen went to the DR. Give me a break. Why there when you have the best doctors here? RIP. Don't drink or take pills 8 weeks before surgery. It's real, people. Oh, yep, that is true too. You know that a woman that vain is probably an alcoholic, probably a drug addict, functioning as, you know, she's functioning, but because she's taking care of her daughters, it seems like. But you chose surgery in the DR. You get what you pay for. Big facts. The entire reason why the procedures in those countries are cheaper is because they aren't under the oversight of the U.S. government. The government shouldn't get involved. Now you made the choice to get your work done in a sketchy place. You pay the price. Somebody said, I agree. In the U.S., about 100 people die each year due to plastic surgery. Great government oversight. 100 people compared to all the people who are getting plastic surgery is not that bad. I mean, these people don't even understand the numbers. Vanity kills. Yep, it does. Beauty hurts. We do not preside over other countries' medical licensing boards. You want the protections afforded by the U.S. healthcare system and the U.S. courts. You have your elective plastic surgery in the U.S. End of story. Yep. Get the workout. This is the moral of the story is get on Dr. Miami's waiting list. If you're that vain, save up your money. You broke chicks need to stop going to the DR and other countries, especially when you speak a no español and you over there lying down and they talking about, oh, muerto. They talking that ish and you like, huh? What's going on? It hurts. Go and get it done the right way. Get on Dr. Miami's waiting list and get your booty done the right way. Or you can get the Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course and get your behind right the natural way. But these super vain single mother gremlins are on demon time.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.